My name is Mavis. I'm 26 years old, fair-skinned, slim, with long flowing hair and soft pink lips. People often say I'm beautiful, but lately, I've been wondering if that beauty is a curse. It all started the day I noticed my stepfather acting strangely around me. One particular moment still haunts me. He walked in while I was in the shower, completely exposed. I froze, shocked. His eyes didn't turn away, and I didn't know what to make of it. "Hello, Manuel," I said quietly, though my voice trembled. It wasn't the first time something like this happened, and each time I found myself asking the same question: why would a stepfather do this to his stepdaughter? After my real father died in a tragic car accident 3 years ago, life hasn't been the same. The grief never truly left me. At one point, I asked my mother if she would ever marry again. She nodded slowly, her silence louder than words. My heart sank. I didn't like the idea, but I knew it was her choice to make. 2 years after my father passed, she introduced me to a man, polished, well-dressed, and a few years older than my mom. She was 37 then. I was polite, but something about him made me uncomfortable. His presence felt off. I couldn't pinpoint why, but I had a bad feeling. Despite my doubts, 3 months after their introduction, they got married. It was a lovely ceremony, and soon after, he moved into our house. As an only child, I thought having a father figure again would bring some comfort. And at first, it did. He was warm, caring, and carried the air of someone who had it all together. Then came the turning point. One evening, I overheard my mother on the phone. She was talking to a friend about an upcoming business trip. The moment she hung up, I asked her if it was true. She confirmed it. She would be away for 3 months. My stomach twisted. I couldn't believe I'd be left alone with him. Though he never acted inappropriate when she was around, something about his energy made me uneasy. Even when he was being kind, I never truly felt safe. Before she left, my mother gave me a word of advice. "Just follow what he says so things stay peaceful," she said. I nodded, but my instincts told me otherwise. 3 days after she left, I started noticing small changes in his behavior. The conversations became odd. He'd randomly bring up topics that made me uncomfortable. Casual chats started drifting toward things that felt too personal, too invasive. One day, he asked me if I had ever been with someone intimately. Another time, he wanted to know if I had a boyfriend. I was stunned, unsure how to answer. The questions weren't fatherly. They were inappropriate, and I felt exposed. It didn't stop there. He began entering my room without knocking. I told him several times it wasn't right, that he should respect my privacy. But he never listened. Sometimes I'd be in a towel or my nightgown, heading to the bathroom, and I'd catch him watching me. He'd make unsettling comments. Nothing direct, but suggestive enough to make me feel violated. What once seemed like kindness was slowly unraveling into something far more disturbing. I didn't know what to do. I was alone, trapped in a house with a man I didn't trust. Despite everything that had happened, I eventually found the courage to speak to him. "I'm not comfortable with how things are going between us," I told him one evening, my voice quiet but firm. He simply laughed it off, as if I had made a harmless joke. "You worry too much," he said, brushing my words aside like they meant nothing. But they meant everything to me. He was never like this when my mom was around. He played the part of a perfect man, respectful and calm. But once she was gone, the mask began to slip. One evening, we sat in the living room watching TV. I was tired and told him I was heading to bed. The way he looked at me as I stood, dressed in my nightgown, sent a chill through me. His eyes lingered, and I felt exposed. I tried to ignore the feeling, dismissing it as paranoia, and went to my room. It was unusually warm that night, so I decided to take a quick shower before sleeping. As I stood under the water, letting it rinse the day off me, a strange sensation washed over me. Something felt off, like I wasn't alone. My instinct screamed at me. I slid the curtain slightly to check. And there he was. My stepfather stood in the doorway of the bathroom, a towel wrapped loosely around his waist. My heart stopped. How long had he been standing there? Why didn't I hear him coming? My mind raced with questions, but I was frozen. He didn't say anything. Neither did I. There was tension in the air, an eerie silence that felt heavier than the steam filling the room. What happened next still feels like a blur. I couldn't look away. I should have screamed, told him to leave, wrapped a towel around myself. But I didn't. I froze in place as if I were watching a scene outside of myself. And then he moved closer. The warmth of the water mixed with the pounding of my heart. I didn't resist as he held me and pressed his lips to mine. I didn't push him away. I forgot everything in that moment. Who he was, what this meant. I gave in. That night, we crossed a line that could never be uncrossed. From then on, he began visiting my room almost every night. I didn't know how to stop it. I didn't know how I felt anymore. Part of me hated it. Part of me couldn't fight it. But now, my mom is about to return, and I'm terrified. What if she finds out? What if she senses something is wrong? My mother isn't the kind of woman who takes betrayal lightly. When she's angry, she becomes someone else, someone fierce, someone unpredictable. It feels like I've been pulled into something I can't escape. It's as if he has some strange hold over me, like a spell I can't break. I look at him and everything else fades, but the guilt never goes away. The fear is constant. I can't keep doing this. I can't keep betraying my own mother like this. But I don't know how to stop. Author's note/advice section, rewritten. If you're reading this and you found yourself in a complicated or dangerous relationship, please remember, the earlier you end it, the better. No matter how deep you're in, it's never too late to walk away and start fresh. This relationship was never right to begin with, and continuing it will only hurt everyone involved, especially your mother. It's time to step back, take control, and do what's right. Focus on your life, your future, and your well-being.